You did it, New Orleans. You finally made strides this year, and you did it without your star player. You rallied around CJ McCollum and used his talent to propel you into the current position, as well as take down the hopes and dreams of all Clippers fans everywhere. Now the NBA world awaits you getting eviscerated by the Suns. Good things really don't last in this league, don't they? Minnesota, welcome to the playoffs again. You dismantle the Clippers team and get to face off a red-hot Grizzlies squad ready to tear you limb from limb. You got some great pieces to build for the future. Anthony Edwards, Malik Beasley, and Karl Anthony Towns are just some of the names that have emerged as certified ballers. Hold your head up to that. And who knows, maybe you'll be able to end your playoff drought from all the way from 2004. Good lord. Much to the chagrin of the Knicks organization and their fans, Trey Young has returned to the playoffs. The Hawks are going to need him if they want to succeed, as he's proven himself to be a valuable asset all season. He's gotten them out of a lot of close games. Is his luck enough though? Probably not, but hey, at least you're not the Knicks. It's actually stupid that the Nets are in the position that they're in. Why the hell are you playing in the play-in tournament with all that talent? I guess they really did need Kyrie when it mattered, and I guess Ben Simmons is here too, I guess. Okay, I understand why they're in the position they're in now. Denver's lost some of the steam they had earlier in the season, so it's going to be a little rough for them to pick up after their beginnings. For them to perform well, they have to rely on a certain Serbian to play like an MVP and carry them to the promised land. Give him the ball and he can make magic happen. Prove yourselves, Jazz. Don't squander any opportunities given to you. Your opponent's best player is gone, at least for possibly the first game. What you should do is seize your opportunity and strike as soon as possible. You got talent and star power there. Don't waste it. In the beginning, they looked unmatched, in sync, and can handle opponents with relative ease. Recently, however, they've just been performing subpar. Losing to teams with a winning record became the stereotype of what this team was known for. Names like Alex Caruso, Lonzo Ball, and DeMar DeRozan, who was once considered an MVP candidate, have been slogging behind. And look at their opponent. Yeah, this is going to be a rough series. The key to the Raptors' success in the playoffs hinges on their young talent, as well as the stud known as Scotty Barnes. I'm calling it right now, he's the Rookie of the Year. Evan Mobley was putting up a fight and so was Cade Cunningham, but I gotta do justice and bestow this man this honor. He should be a threat in this conference for years to come. Now go prove it against the Sixers. Damn it. Upon hearing that Luka Doncic is out for Game 1 against the Jazz, Mavs fans are going through the cycle of hell that they're used to by now, afraid of the fact that for the third time in a row, they would be kicked out of the first round. As I'm recording this, it's been reported that Luka should be able to return in the second game, but that's a big question mark if he does so. What the Mavericks need to do in this situation is provide some stability while Luka heals up and at least has a good showing in their first game. If they don't, well, you better hope and pray Luka goes Ultra Instinct on the Jazz. The Empire strikes back. After slumping for the past 2 years, the Warriors are back and are challenging their spot for the throne once more. They have the pieces to make a big push in the playoffs. I don't see a lot of people being high on the Warriors, and I don't understand why. Sure, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green are older players now, but they're still Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. And even if they don't make it to the finals this year, who's to say they wouldn't make it next year? Let's say, I don't know, LeBron James on their squad? If people hated Durant for going to the Warriors, imagine the volcanic eruption. They would be coming back to the finals every year, and the next 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 year. And the next year, and the next year. Phone call for you, Mr. Silver. And the next year, and the next year, and the next year, and the next year. The Sixers shouldn't have been here. That loss with Atlanta last year should have proven the process was over. Ben Simmons was never going to be the star player they drafted him to be, and his actions earlier in the season kept proving him to be a liability. The organization luckily caught wind of this and sent him off to Brooklyn in exchange for James Harden. Suddenly, for a while there, the combination of Joel Embiid and James Harden became one of the most deadliest duos the league has ever seen. If they can figure things out defensively, then there isn't a doubt in my mind that they could perhaps make a finals push. The reigning defending champions are looking to make a repeat. The road is being paved with them as we speak. The core remains the same with some pickups along the way. Serge Ibaka, Rajon Tucker, and Javon Carter held out to round a squad just ready to repeat in the playoffs again. Don't count them out. As long as Giannis, Portis, Holiday, Middleton, and Lopez are around, they should have no problem getting back to the dance. Where did this come from? A team that struggled for pretty much the entire year suddenly ends up second in the entire conference. Well, good coaching as well as an excellent defensive effort by Marcus Smart can do that for you. Don't discount Jason Tatum either. playing like he's out of his mind this year. The Celtics should be a scary team entering the playoffs, and I fear that many might be sleeping on them as representatives of the East. Grizzly Bears may not inhabit the city of Memphis, but talent sure does. Ja Morant is a certified madman and has played above and beyond on the court, taking this team to new heights since the days of Pau Gasol. To see him flourish before the age of 25 is just astonishing to see. The Grizzlies are going to have a bright future with him around. Even with the team performing surprisingly well, many pundits are writing them off as one-year wonders. It's time to prove them wrong, Memphis. Number 1 in the East has never felt so good, but overconfidence is easy to take advantage of. Being great in the regular season is one thing, however, can you manage to carry that consistency in the playoffs? The Heat got swept last year, so losing another series cannot be accepted. This team is too good to get kicked out of the first round. Put some respect on my man's Jimmy Butler, okay? Tyler Hero's gonna win 6th Man of the Year, and snubbing Bam Adebayo for Defensive Player of the Year was sacrilege. This is your time, Phoenix. Last year was a surprise, but this year you should be at full force. When healthy, you were considered by many to be the best team in the league. Everyone should be afraid to face you. Chris Paul and Devin Booker are carrying this team all the way to finals glory, and unless someone has something to say about it, speak now or forever hold your peace. Oh dear. That can't be good. I guess the Pelicans had something to say about it then. Booker is an important piece of your team, and him being out indefinitely makes your chances of the finals a lot less likely to happen. Playoffs without the Lakers. Who would have guessed it? It's almost as unpredictable as which teams I'm going to predict to go to the finals. There are a lot of legitimate teams that could make it. Sure, I could pick Phoenix and Milwaukee again, and my Heat are there, and as much as I want to pick them, I have to remain unbiased in my decision. Yes, I know, I am wise beyond my years. That is why the finals matchup this year is going to be Boston versus Golden State. The Lakers aren't in the playoffs, but Boston's still going to face a team from California. I hope I'm wrong.